What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Barfly. I'm your intrepid host, Leandro Demon Riva, and today we're going to be serving you guys up the Pimm's Cup, which for my money is essential drinking in the summertime. It is low ABV, it is refreshing, and perfect for brunch or to replace that nightly glass of wine. The Pimm's Cup is a very popular British cocktail developed in the mid-1800s as a way to palatably consume Pimm's No. 1. The cocktail is known as a fruit cup, which is, by definition, a cocktail made with a base spirit mixed with fruits and spices and lengthened with a soft drink of some kind. So today we're going to be doing the Pimm's Fruit Cup 3 ways because it's summertime and you guys deserve it. Pimm's No. 1 is a gin-based botanical liqueur and was developed by a guy named John Pimm, who was the owner of a chain of popular London-based oyster houses called the Pimm's Oyster Warehouse. It was here that he created the original Pimm's, which was intended to be sold as a health tonic because booze was thought to be medicine back in the 1840s. It turned out to be a massive success, and by the 1850s he began to release variations on the original Pimm's with different spirit bases. To each of these he has ascribed a different number. So number 2 was Scotch, number 3 was brandy, number 4 was rum, number 5 was rye, number 6 was vodka, and by the 1970s the company fell on hard times and all the Pimm's cups were discontinued except for number 1. Then in 2005, number 3 was reborn as the Winter Cup, and number 6 also remains but is made in very limited quantities. The botanical blend which makes up Pimm's is kept a closely guarded secret, so we have no idea what really goes into it. We do know, as I said before, that it's gin-based and comprised of citrus peels as well as some botanicals, much like a lot of the other herbal liqueurs of the day. And one last little bit of knowledge for you guys, Pimm's is the official drink of Wimbledon. And can you think of drinking anything better than a tall, cold Pimm's cup during Wimbledon? I don't know. Enough jibber jabber, let's make some drinks. So the first Pimm's we're doing is just a more traditional Pimm's. And really this is just a very simple drink. You can make it straight in the glass, you don't need to shake it or anything. And really it's just a combination of Pimm's with a few fruits and some traditional, it would be like lemon lime soda or like a sparkling lemonade. We're gonna be using this Fentiman's Rose Lemonade because it's good. We're just gonna do a few leaves at the bottom of the glass, maybe 6 leaves, 3 cucumber slices, 1 lemon slice. I like 1 orange slice, but I like to cut them into little quarters. Well, we're gonna give it a good muddle here. And the reason why I like to do this in this order is that I don't wanna shred the mint, so I have the cucumber as a buffer, just pressing the mint as I get all of the juice out of the lemon and orange. And hopefully we're not extracting those vegetal flavors, and we're also extracting the oils from the peels of the fruit. So there's a little bit of method to my madness. I'd like to take these and just gussy these up. 2 ounces of our Pimm's No. 1. Add in sparkling lemonade a little bit. And then we're just gonna add in our ice like so. Top up with more lemonade. And for garnishes, they're really up to you. I'm gonna take some of these nice cucumber slices here and put them on a pick. And then just kind of rest them onto the cocktail like that. Slappy poo, crushy pants. Bam. Grab a straw. All right, let's give it a taste. It's really good. I mean, the thing about Pimm's is that Pimm's almost needs to be lengthened with some type of soda water or some type of soft drink to make it a little more palatable. On its own, it's really not all that palatable. It has a little bit of a medicinal quality, although you do get all those kind of botanical elements coming through as well. But after it's been lengthened, it mellows out a lot more, and it's really just nice, pleasing, almost iced tea, almost like a sweet tea, like a little bit bitter sweet tea or something. And it's just a really nice hot weather drink. So there you have it, the original Pimm's. So for the next Pimm's, we're gonna be doing a variation from Cole's French dip called the Pimm's No. 5. It was created by Brent Falco, Max Maxey, and Danny Symbol. So again, we're gonna take some mint, then we're gonna do 3 cucumber slices just like we did last time. Lemon, again, orange pieces as well. Give it a little muddle. One ounce of Overholt, we're using the 100 proof. Half ounce Amaro Chiaro. The original calls for Punta Mess, but I really like using this Cochi Dopo Teatro. Both of them are like a vermouth Amaro blends. So, you know, if you want to do this like the original way, the Punta Mess is it, but this one's really good as well. So we're gonna do half an ounce of the Dopo Teatro. I will say that Punta Mess is a little bit easier to find. 3/8 of an ounce of Cointreau. And a quarter Marin. And this one we're just gonna kind of mix it around a little bit. Add in some ginger beer. And our ice. Top up. This one I'm gonna use very thinly cut lemon. We'll also do some cucumber coins, like so. Those mint sprigs. Slappy poo, crushy pants it, and voila. All right, let's give this guy a taste. Oh man, that brings me back to Kohl's. Oh, it's so good. I mean, I want to say that the Pimm's #5 that we made is better than Pimm's #1. Not that we made, it's that they made. But what they made is something that is bitter in all the right places, semi-sweet in all the right places. It has just the right amount of sugar. It blends incredibly well with the ginger beer. You feel the rye whiskey in there. I like doing it with the 100 proof rye, even though at the bar we used 80 proof Overholt. But that's just that extra added oomph. You get a little bit more of that grain. You get a little bit more of the heat. It just all blends so well with the ginger beer. It is fantastic. This is like, I mean, I would make this all the time. And you can batch it out. You can just like batch it, chill it, and pour it, and there you go. So there it is, guys, the Pimm's #5. So for this variation on the Pimm's Cup, we are gonna DIY our own Pimm's blend. And I just want to say a couple of things before we get into this. You will find a lot of people online making these custom botanical blends and macerating their Pimm's for a couple of days or even weeks before they get to it. We're not going to be doing any of that in this video. Today we're just going to be making a very quick and easy variation on the Pimm's Cup, and you are going to need all of these things here. I want to give a shout out to a UK blog called From the Larder, which gave me the idea of adding in a summer syrup and then getting some of the botanicals, not just from the gin and from the sweet vermouth, but also to kind of adding in some fresh botanicals into a syrup and then adding that to the Pimm's Cup. I took their recipe and tweaked it a little bit to my own liking, and it really, really knocked this Pimm's out of the park. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. So your gin choice here is very important. I want to go with a gin that is very heavy on the botanicals, and so I'm using this really nice East London gin. So we're just going to be adding this 1 cup here to the jar. And then we're just gonna do 3/4 of a cup of sweet vermouth. I'm gonna do 1/4 of a cup of the Combier, but you can use Cointreau or any other orange liqueur you want. Just keep in mind that the different orange liqueurs that utilize spices are gonna make this taste a little bit different, but I'm sure they're gonna be all very good. We're just gonna let this rest over here and make our summer syrup. So we are gonna need a hot plate because we are in the set. We're gonna add 125 mils of water and 125 grams of sugar, and we're gonna fully dissolve that in the pan. As we heat this, we're gonna bring this to a light simmer. So once your sugar is fully dissolved, we're gonna put in 1 sprig of lemon verbena, give it a little crushy poo and put it in there. We're gonna put in 3 mint sprigs here, give that a crushy poo. We're gonna add in 1/4 cucumber sliced and 2 strawberries that I quartered as well. And then we're going to stir those in and bring this to a light simmer. You wanna make sure that you bring this to a light simmer and you don't boil it and you don't raise the temperature up too quickly, or you will end up having like a boiled mint flavor, which is not really good. We really want that fresh mint flavor, and so we're really gonna try and keep this temperature. We're gonna simmer it, but we're gonna keep it on the lower end. We're gonna bring it up gradually. Now that we've added this to a jar, we'll just let it sit for an hour before straining out the rest of the stuff. Okay, now that this is sufficiently cooled, we can strain out all of the solids. I like to put a nut milk bag on top of fine strainer so that we get rid of all the little particulates, because I don't want any of those in the finished product. We're just gonna strain. And there we have our summer syrup, and I'm gonna taste it. I mean, all of the elements come through that. You got the strawberry. The lemon verbena is really bright and kind of gives it this nice lemony citrusiness. It's gonna go really well with our Pimm's blend. And you get that mint as well, and it's nice, fresh, poppy mint flavor. So our total yield is a little less than a cup, and you of course can dial this recipe up and down. How much summer syrup you use is really up to you and how sweet you want your Pimm's to be. You can do as little as 1/4 of a cup, and you can do as much as 3/4 of a cup. I am going to split the difference at 1/2 cup. We're just gonna add that into our Pimm's. And then last but not least, we are going to add in 2 teaspoons of Carpano Bitter Aperitivo. If you do not find the Carpano, that's okay. You can also use Campari if you want it to be a little bit more bitter, or better yet, Aperol, which is gonna be a little lighter and sweeter, little sweeter, but still got that nice bitter finish. Give it a taste. That's gonna make a fantastic Pimm's cup. Now to make our Pims, it's gonna be super easy. We're just gonna build it right in the glass. First thing we're gonna do is cut a lemon wedge, little palm of mint, 6 to 8 leaves, drop in our lemon slice, grab an orange. We'll do an orange half wheel. Actually gonna slice a few more orange wheels here. We're just gonna give this a quick muddle, expressing the juice out of the fruit while just pressing the mint lightly. And we're gonna add in 2 ounces of our Pims. I like to lift these up a little bit so it doesn't get compressed way to the bottom with the ice, and it just looks a little nicer. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of ginger beer into our mixture to get that effervescence going. And then we're gonna add in our ice, like so. And then add in more ginger beer, trying to pour it off the ice so that it mixes. We're gonna give this the Pimm's Cup garnish, which is a big old bushy mint bouquet. Sorry, slappy poo, crushy pants. Add this in like so. We're gonna add in a sliced strawberry here. And my favorite garnish, well, one of my favorite garnishes, is a cucumber ribbon. So we're gonna cut the ends of our cucumber off, peel down the length of our cucumber like so. We're just gonna roll this guy up. Stick these guys on a pick. I like to get a little extravagant with these, so I like to take these orange slices here and we're gonna actually place them into our Pims. Like so. Try and make them look pretty. And then add in our fruit and cucumber ribbon. There you have DIY Pims. I'd like to call it a summer Pims, but I think like all Pims are great in the summer, so. This one's gonna be a little bit lighter and less botanical, or botanical in a different way. Let's give it a taste and talk through the flavor profile. This is a very long straw. So, it's just sweet enough. You can really taste that summer syrup in there. All the strawberry, mint, the lemon verbena is really nice and bright. You get the botanicals of the gin, and the alcohol of the gin's totally not lost, which is really nice because I like it to have a little bit bitey. You get that savory sweetness of the sweet vermouth, the liqueur, the orange liqueur is in there as well. It's just really nicely balanced. It's just a nicely balanced cocktail. This is great for sipping on the porch in the summer. That's what you want to do with this. So it's a really hot day or a brunch cocktail. There you have the DIY Pims. All right, guys, that's it. 3 Pims variations for you guys to try this summer. I hope you guys go out and make them, or at least took some inspiration from this video and go out and make your own Pims variations. And if you have your own Pims variation, submit it on our website because we would love to try it. I'll see you guys on another time.